After unboxing the Jak and Daxter Collector's Edition for PS4 and taking a look at its goodies inside, I thought it's finally time to pop the game disc into my PS4 Pro and see how it performs. What version will it be on? Are there any differences? Is it an entirely new game after all? What's up, Jak and Daxter fans? Boomer here. Sliding into disc, the game starts installing. This takes a few seconds, but I mean, this should be perfectly fine, as downloading the game took me just a bit longer. Checking out the update history after it's installed, it tells me we're on version 1.03, with the latest patch updating the parental control of the game. I don't quite know what that means, so let's check out the other patches. 1.02 added a way to invert the camera controls. Hold up, is this the same garbage we had with the European downloadable version where they didn't tell us on how to change the camera? See, this time around I think of it a bit differently, as the manual that came with the game has an Easter egg section all the way at the bottom telling you how to invert it. Great job for catching that, limited run games. I think it's actually the first official documentation on how to change the camera, as the people writing the patch notes didn't have any decency to add it. I also say first official documentation, as I think this is literally the first time ever that we're getting this info straight from Naughty Dog or Sony. Obviously, there are a few Twitter conversations with Portable Kingpin, a few Reddit posts, as well as my previous videos, but they're by no means official. Anyhow, while you're in the graphics options, hold D-pad up and press R3. There won't be any feedback, so you might have to go out of the menu to check if you've got it. Let's take a look at the second part of that 1.02 patch, which states to have updated the game to the greatest hits version. And after having a bit of talk with people from the community, I can conclude that this is essentially just a downloadable game from the US PlayStation Store, also meaning that it comes with all the other flaws of the digital version. This is sad news for anyone wanting to do speedruns using the limited run games version, as it gets rid of the checkpoint abuse in Golema's Citadel. While I understand Naughty Dog's decision to get rid of the glitch, as it can easily happen in a casual playthrough by simply saving and loading after having watched the Samus cutscene in Citadel, it does suck for people who wanted to use this specific version to run on. Sadly, limited directional inputs are still a thing, meaning whenever you slow walk, you only have 8 directions to go into. And this only gets slightly better with 16 or 24, I'm not exactly sure, when going at full speed, making roll jumps feel like a gamble at times. Jak sadly is still sliding around after standing idle for a bit, and like previously mentioned, Citadel skip does not work. Luckily, we now know how to change the camera thanks to the game's manual, and debug mode still works, which is also pretty neat. We do also have language options: English, French, German, Spanish, and Italian, which should cover a wide variety of languages. So, this is essentially the digital NTSC version of the game, just put on a disc in physical form. It's not a different game or anything like that. And why would it be? All that limited run games does is take games that are available in digital form and put them on a disc and make them physical. And in case you're worried about the frame rate of this game, I didn't have any issues whatsoever using my PS4 Pro having boost mode enabled. Jak 1 specifically never had any big issues regarding this though, at least not for me. While I'm actually a bit disappointed by this release, I knew it was going to be like this in the first place. Given the fact that Limited Run Games is an American company, I knew they were going to use the NTSC version, and I also knew that they were going to update to the latest patch to make sure you can change around the camera controls. But I can't be mad at them. If anything, I can be mad at Sony or Naughty Dog, because from what I can tell, this port was just a huge cash grab, and I have a video on this explaining my thoughts, and you can go and watch that if you want to. So, is it worth getting the standard edition or even the collector's edition on eBay? First of all, I highly disagree with the idea of buying off of scalpers on eBay, as buying from them just kind of gives them proof that the system still works, and if no one buys from them, there's a chance they won't be doing it in the future either. So if you're giving into it, you're kind of being part of the problem too, why so many people didn't get a copy of the collector's edition or even the standard edition in the first place. That being said, I can also give you some more reasons why to not buy these off of eBay now. The digital game you can get on PSN today, and for quite cheap when it's on sale too, is essentially the same thing you'd get with the standard edition. except it's in physical form and you get a nice looking manual. Of course, that's neat and all, but I'd say the price performance isn't really there. Of course, if you're a collector, you might see this a bit differently, but I still wouldn't really recommend it. And for the collector's edition, it's kind of the same thing. The goodies that came with the collector's edition are definitely neat, and I can totally understand if you do want to have them, but I'm pretty sure the soundtrack of the games from both CDs are probably out there on the internet. You just gotta find it. And then you can probably even make your own CDs. Yeah, they won't look as good, but they also don't cost $400. And if you just wanted to listen to them, you can even go to my channel and check out the playlist I created where I uploaded the official soundtrack myself. And for the design Bible, I know it'd be really cool to have it as well, but someone by the name Powecell Freak, who also runs a YouTube channel by the way, said that he was able to scan and Photoshop the design Bible and create a viewable PDF file, which he will be uploading to the Jak and Daxter archive, which I'll leave a link to down below. I don't know exactly when he's going to be uploading them, but from what it seems like, he might be releasing it very soon. And for the rest of the goodies, they're also definitely neat to have, but all they're really doing in my room right now is catch dust. So I'd recommend thinking twice about pulling the trigger on this $400 collector's edition. And like I said, if you buy off of the scalpers, you're being part of the problem too. And I just want to be clear on this. This is not to say that I don't like the release of this game by Limited Run Games. In fact, I really enjoyed what they did. And honestly, this is how the game should have been presented to us in the first place, and that is in a physical form. I know that a lot of people were really disappointed when they heard that the Jak series is going to be digital only, so I'm really thankful to be holding this game in physical form in my hands. And I get to say that I own it. I think there is a big problem with games being sold digital only, and I'm gonna be making a video about that in the future, addressing all of my thoughts regarding it. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more Jak and Daxter related content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to not miss any future videos. You can also follow me on Twitter or join my community Discord, where I'm also going to be posting updates regarding the channel. So, hoping to see you there or in the next video. And until then, take care and bye-bye.